Civilization 7 has just received a massive update, which addressed a number of problems with core gameplay systems. They've provided a whole bunch of new resources like the mango that you can see here, as well as fixed up things like growth. So now, with growth being fixed, or at least looking a little bit better, I think it's a great opportunity for us to really put the growth formula to the test and go for a one city challenge. So we're going to be returning to a combination that we have run previously on this channel if you've been around for a while. We are playing as Confucius, we're playing as Kamai, and of course if you'd like to play along with this save, we've got quite a nice spawn here for the Kamai. I'm going to leave a copy of this save over on the Discord, so I'll leave a link in the description where you can find that, as well as all the mods that we're using in this video. And you can also find out about our brand new event that we're running with the Ursa Ryan Discord, and that is going to be about building as many wonders as you possibly can through a single playthrough of Civ 7. So anyway, I'll leave a link in the description to where you can find that, and let's get into it. So I think from a start, the Kamai is a lot different to normal civilizations. They're similar in a way to Mississippi, in the sense that when it comes to conventional base building, you don't typically build the Kamai the same way. You are prioritizing rivers. And a normal civilization wouldn't do that, right? You would be prioritizing building around your palace and then looking to build as many quarters as you possibly can to get that adjacency bonus. But that's not going to be the case here today. We're going to be looking to build out on our rivers as much as we can. So anyway, let's get into it and get ourselves a little bit of an opening up here. We've got our beautiful city to start us off with. We're going to move into a couple of scouts. Oh, one of the things I didn't talk about, let's go in and check with our mementos. So we're going for a huge growth focus here today, and so part of that is going to be maximizing growth as the statistic. So we've got 25% base growth rate from Confucius. On top of that, we've also got the ability to get 50% extra growth from the Kamai and their unique civics, which we'll show later. It's called Chakravarti. We're also going to be looking to pick up other forms of growth through things like the bath, through things like hanging gardens, but we're also going to be using our memento, which is going to be giving us 5% growth in cities for every specialist in that city. We're also going to be using Garuda Statue. We've used this memento before with Ashoka, but the idea here is that it gives a population to your smallest settlement every time you start a celebration. Well, good news is that your smallest settlement is also going to be your only settlement, so it makes it very easy. So that's the setup for today. Let's get into it and take a look at exactly how we play. Now, when it comes to this start, I think we're going to want to prioritize getting out to mangoes ASAP. I think that's really, really important. Huge value in these resources early on, so that's definitely going to be a priority. We've also got quite a bit of rough tiles that we can work right here. So we're going to be looking to get probably a brickyard together with the granary down early, and we could look to go out for a fishing quay. We'll have to do some scouting and see how we're doing. So we're in the middle where this is tropical, so I think we're probably going to want to head up. So we'll go ahead and begin to search. We've got llamas as well in the cap, so quite a nice little capital, and I think we probably want to move into pottery here. And I think this is probably going to have to change quite a bit about how we think about civilization as well when we're playing this game, because we are doing a one city challenge. So we'll go ahead and grab the culture. That's going to help boost us up in this early game. And I think we almost certainly want to be moving up towards the mangoes ASAP. This is culture. This is technically an extra 3 culture. Though if we can come down here, this is actually quite nice as well. And we can leapfrog on the rubies. I don't know how relevant rubies are going to be early on, and we've got lots of mines, so I'm not too fussed about building over the top of it. But anyway, we'll continue on and see how we do. We've already got a bit of hostile city states up here. No more goody huts up here, so we'll continue looping back around. I'm also tempted just to move into an early granary as well, so we might do that. So we might make this our last scout. I'm not too fussed on, oh my lord, we've got somebody very close to us, so let's go ahead and hit that button. It's going to be Charlemagne, who is typically a relatively good neighbor. Let's double check and see what his what is his requirements. So if we take a look, likes the civilization that has the most celebrations, dislikes the one that has the fewest celebrations. Okay, this can be quite hard if I remember correctly. He's not too far away from us, so I'm not too fussed. We'll just have to keep in mind that if he does forward settle us, we'll have to try and grab these llamas. Okay, so we can bring them back. We can grab some culture. I'm kind of tempted to go for the culture just because I want to grab the growth. The growth pantheon. I don't think we're going to get it though. It's like the AI is so quick to grab it. I think it's incredibly unlikely that we get it, and it's a little bit silly if we even try and contest it. Here as well, this is another interesting question. Where do we go? Do we go for the culture? Do we go for the science? Do we go for the food? The food makes a lot of... Let's just do food. We're going growth. We're going growth heavy. Let's not overthink it too much. Let's just really try and max out as much as we can. We've got another goody hunt up here. So 1, 2, 3. It's going to take us a while to get up here. We could also go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to be 4 turns. I don't like our chances of getting it, but we'll give it a try. So we see how we go. That was the wrong tile that we moved on to, but that is absolutely okay. We can take the food or we can take the science. We're producing 1... Oh, we've got... this is an interesting question. I think we probably want to just take the science here. We need every little bit of help that we can get. And I think if we don't come down here, he's going to take this anyway. So let's just go. We'll grab that. We can always find more stuff as well. He's going to ask for open borders. Absolutely. And do we... I think we cancel this. This is going to take... It's going to take too long. So let's cancel that. We can put the brickyard down instead. We could also just look for the early granary here. I don't mind going for that early granary, but the brickyard's probably going to make a bit more sense. Now, keep in mind, we don't actually have to build settlers in this game. So it's a lot less about optimizing around settlers, and it means that we can really look to try and get more buildings out early. I think because of that, because we don't have to play around that, is there a world where we go into an early riding? There's a part of me that thinks maybe we do. I mean, we're already going to be getting science from here, and we do get a couple of science tiles in here, but we also get... Yeah, maybe production. You know what? Let's do it. We'll go animal husbandry. We'll try and get all of our early warehouse buildings up as quickly as we can. And, oh my god, are we actually going to get it? We're going to race towards this. Let's see if we can actually steal this one away. Unfortunately, this is like a really good place to settle, but we're just not going to be able to do it. And here we'll come in for the rubies. The rubies? Yeah, the rubies. Gives us a nice little bonus. The other good... Did we just lose that? Oh, no, we got it last turn. So who have we met? We've met Ashoka. Speaking of Ashoka, there's Ashoka. And this is the World Conqueror. Oh my god. What a great game to meet Ashoka. So Ashoka's agenda is that he likes leaders that don't have a lot of land, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Likes the civilization with the least amount of lands, dislikes the one with the largest amount of land. This guy is going to be happy with us this game. Normally when you're playing against this guy, it's so damn hard because he's always upset with you. He's always like, you got too much land. It's like, bro, I've got one city and half a town. And he'll still be upset. So yeah, that's a great little addition. Ideally, we want people to be forward settling us so that we can send them trade routes. And here's an interesting question. Okay, so how do we go about playing this with regard to our influence? I think we probably want to avoid pairing up with anybody too early on. I suspect we should probably be looking for city-states. So maybe we could invest in another scout. It might make a fair bit of sense, and that should give us mysticism. Okay, all right. No way, we actually get it. Wow. Okay, I can't believe it, dude. Out of all the games, this is going to be the one that you take, fertility rights. We are trying to grow as big and as crazy as we can. I can't believe we actually got fertility rights. That is incredible. Okay, so the question is, where do we go from here? And you know what? When it comes to World Wonders, I think we have to go for Mundo Perdido. There are so many good tiles in here. We've got a whole bunch of tropical land. It makes sense. We need to get Mundo Perdido, and we can do that quite early on. We don't need to, though. That's the thing. We can delay it. We could look to go into Musong and actually come down for Amnak as well, because when it comes to our science, we've got 2 different ways that we can unlock specialists, and we want to try and unlock that relatively quickly, but we also need to go up into irrigation. That's another factor. So maybe we can even come up into irrigation after masonry, just because we want to get hanging gardens. We need to get hanging gardens. We want to try and max this as much as we possibly can. I can't believe we got the growth pantheon. That is insane, dude. Okay, so I think from here, let's just go into our unique stuff. Let's just start doing it. As I said, I'm not too fussed. The goal here is not to go to war. We're just going to try and see whether or not we can win this game just by playing it on a single city. And we've met somebody else. It's Tecumseh, and he's going to be going after city-state. So that's not a good thing. So we're going to keep being friendly with him. And already we've got quite a bit of an early game boost here. I'm liking this already. We've got another city-state down here. We want to try and find all the city-states that we possibly... Oh, the Grand Canyon. Well, I mean, Grand Canyon doesn't matter for us. I mean, it's nice to look at, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to settle it, are we? So let's keep on coming down. We want to try and find these city-states. When it comes to city-states, I think we just want to try and prioritize... I don't even know. Who do we want to prioritize? We have a lot of potential hill forts in here, so we could definitely seize these guys. I don't mind that at all. So maybe we do that. Masonry, an option for a little bit of extra production. So that would be 1, 2 extra production, which on a low production start like this, we're only sitting at 5. How are we only at 5 production? Oh, this is a really tough spawn because there's like no kind of production in here whatsoever. Yeah, okay. So I think we're definitely going to need to prioritize production. So we're going to masonry. get that extra. That should, by the time we get enough for it, we're going to be in a really good spot. Have a look at this, by the way. This is why I love mangoes. We're at 12.15 now. All of a sudden, boom, and you're at 13.18. Like, look at this start. We're getting 3, 6 culture and 1 science from these 2 tiles. Like, it is incredible just how good they are. Train 2 settlers or build 2 libraries or a warrior. The awkward, I mean, we can train 2 settlers and then just not settle them. Maybe let's do that. I reckon we could get away with that. That's technically legal. We'll allow it. Oh, a scientific city-state. Okay, and it's a friendly one. So we definitely want to prioritize this at all costs. We've got another potential one over here. Oh, I think he... Oh, what have we got? We've got 25 influence or gold. I think we definitely want to take the influence. Just mainly because... and that's Frederick. Mainly because with gold, what are we... Like, realistically, what are we using our gold on? I don't foresee a lot of things that we're going to be able to spend our gold on. By the way, is it just me, or why have we got so much space on this map? Or the one time we're doing a 1 city challenge and it just gives us a whole bunch of space. Okay, we could get the production for buildings, or we could go for the food. And to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to go for the production for buildings. We've got so many buildings that we need to make, and you can see just how long these are going to take us to build. This is a sad start that we have got. I mean, we've got a good start from like a resource perspective, but from a production perspective, it is a very slow start. So we'll take the extra 30% production. We probably should have grabbed tool making or switched it out. So we'll keep it in for now. And now we can look, what's our next resource? We've got sheep out here that we can go and grab. So let's go and do that. Probably not a bad idea. And we'll move away from that. It looks like we will actually grab that. Thank you very much. We can grab an archer or we can grab science. We'll take the science. And here we've got... do we want happiness? No, we've just hit our golden age. So we'll take the 10 production. That's like 5 turns of production right there. And we just completed. Yeah, we just completed it. Wonderful. Okay, so that's that sorted out. Where do we go from here? Oh, you know what? We can actually get the sheep in this turn. So what we do is we put the saw pit... Actually... Do we want to go granary first? No, I think we still want to do saw pit. So we're gonna go. Hold on, we need to think. We need to be careful right now. Where are we putting our market? We should actually do a little bit of base building right here, just to make sure that we know exactly where everything's being put down. That should be a market, and then. Because there's nowhere else along here that you could put the market down. I mean, technically you could put it over here, but are you really going to get all the way up over here? That's another 2. I mean, actually, that is... Hold on, where are we going to put our... Actually, hold on. Hold your horses. We need... Where is our library going to go? I mean, we could just put our library, like, here. Right? Like, that could be a library right there. You know what? I'm not going to do anything fancy, like, with hopping and stuff like that. Let's add some pins in. And just think about this. Okay, so we're going to go for a market. That's going to go on that tile. And then we're going to do a garden on that tile as well. And then when it comes to +2s, we could go here. So that could be our library. So let's put our library... Why is it coming up like that? Oh, that's a +3. Oh, look. Oh, dude, that's so sick. Oh, I didn't even realize, man. How cool is that? It tells you. Oh, wow. That's a +3 library. Okay, so do you take the +3 library? I feel like you probably do. Now, but then how do you get up there? And then, so we make that a barracks. But to get there, we're going to be going... And this is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like, you're... Essentially, you don't want to build the normal way when you're playing as this civilization. So we can look at a monument. So I think when it comes to monument, you could go for that tile right there. You could also do this tile here. So let's do monument on that tile, villa on that tile, and then we go arena here. And where is our next cultural building? Amphitheater. So let's put that down like that. Let's also fix that up. Sorry. Just got to get it down in the right order. And we need a bath. So we could do a bath here. So let's put the bath down. So we've got that all sorted out. Now, how do we get out here? We need the garden and market is here. So we could do granary. And we could just put these buildings down. See, the thing is, we want to take advantage of that bonus from... That's all right. It's not a huge deal. And then an altar. I think that's probably the play. Where's our saw pit? We don't have a saw pit yet. So we can do a saw pit somewhere in here. Like, you could even just do a saw pit there. And then an altar. Altar, happiness building. Here it is. So I think that's pretty much it, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're missing 1. But I think that's okay. I think we're happy with this. We could also build in the city as well. That's another consideration. But we'll leave it there. Okay, where are we going now? So we're going to go saw pit, I think. So we can put the saw pit on this tile. We want to extend out towards this area. We could also grab the science and the culture, but I think it's more important that we get to this because we're going to be using specialists very early in this game. We're going to be making a lot of specialists. So the better specialists that we can have, then that's going to make the most sense. So let's even get rid of these. Actually, we can't get rid of them unless we are in here. So let's go and do that. Actually, we might as well just hide pins. Can we hide pins right now? I think we have to do that in map tax. So let's get rid of it. Cool. All right, well, we got our base sorted out, or our start sorted out. That's probably the easiest way to say it. And we need to find city-states. So here, we should be taking this one. So let's go and grab that. That's a... We want to try and take the friendly city-states first, just because the friendly city-states are going to be... he's standing on the tile that we're constructing, of course he is. The friendly city-states are going to go a lot faster if the AI attempts to take them, compared to the unfriendly ones, or the hostile ones, which are going to take a lot longer. They're going to take 30 turns compared to the 15 turns. So we want to try and prioritize them as much as we can, and that's us under attack on the main. So let's go ahead and hit with our slinger. Once again, we're just making as little military as we possibly need to. We can't go for an altar. In fact, we can't build anything at the moment. So we were planning on building, was it granary? So we could even put like the granary in here. That's not an issue. So let's go and do that. And let's move you up. This guy's going to come around the bottom here. Another one. Okay. So we could do that thing with the city-states that you do, where you take all the city-states. It's going to be hard for us to do it, though. I guess that's my only concern. God, look at this guy, bro. He just keeps alternating between the buildings that we're building. I swear the AI knows what building you're building, or like where you're building, and then they stand on that tile. I'm not even kidding you. I'm like 99% sure. It feels like it's just... It feels like it's... Can you see how much production he just like wasted from us right there? It is... Actually, I don't know if he wasted it or not. I'm pretty sure that he did. But yeah, like you can definitely feel it. Okay, so that was the monument right there. We don't want to drop that down until we've got this. So let's go and drop that now. And now we can put... This was the monument. So we drop that, and now we can put that in there. So we've got our sheep. So a really nice capital early on here, but unfortunately not a lot of spaces for resources. So keep that in mind. Now, we don't need to get that monument up just yet. It's saying that we should put the granary here, and honestly, we should put the granary here. Do we put... That's a brickyard. That's a saw pit. Let's get the saw pit down. That's got 1 turn on it. And here we probably want to move into irrigation, even though it's very tempting to get... I mean, we're at 19 production. That's not too bad. We need to just... We need to rush hanging gardens. Even more so than this. That's only going to give us 5 turns to get hanging gardens, though. So maybe we want to... Do we just want to go into something different? You know what? We can just go... We can just roll into Amnak straight away. I don't mind that. Okay. So far, so good. So I think we just want to spend all of our early game sousing, I think. It's hard to know, but I mean, so far this is a good little start. Everyone's being friendly with us, which is always nice. Whenever the AI are being friendly rather than just being annoying and, you know, doing annoying things. Yeah, it's nice. It is very nice. It's relieving, let's put it that way. I think we want to take this right here, because this is... That's the granary. We can put down the bath along here anyway. Like, we can put the bath here. And then that way we can take this sooner. So let's go ahead and grab that. And then we can put the altar on that tile. That can be the library. We definitely need to work those out sooner rather than later. Okay, we want to come down to here. We've got quite a bit down here that we can potentially find. And we've got an enemy over here. We just need to find those city-states. As long as they're not standing on our target. This is great, getting all of these early bonuses from these guys. Okay, we've got the option 75 happiness or 10 production. 75 happiness isn't too bad. That's going to shave off quite a bit on the next celebration. And we want more celebrations because remember, every time we celebrate, we are going to be growing. So this is definitely worthwhile. It is 20 turns. We're not really waiting on culture either. We don't care that much. 100%. Oh, God. Sorry about that. Excuse me. I sounded a little bit... it sounded a little bit like Yilmaz right there, for all you Australians who are familiar with Yilmaz. Okay, from this position, I think we come around here. We don't want to be messing with that. We only have the 2 scouts. That's the other thing to note. We could request open borders to get through here, or we could wait for sailing. Sailing is going to be a long time. You're honestly better off... I think we just ask for open borders. It's a bit sad, though. I don't want to spend the influence on open borders. Speaking of spending influence, let's go ahead and befriend these guys. Make sure these guys aren't being befriended by anyone. Nope, it's going to be us. They must strengthen the home. Or happiness towards next celebration. We'll take the happiness towards next celebration. And we're getting so much extra influence from these AI. This is lovely to see. And we can't actually ask for open borders. We need... so next turn we'll be able to. So let's just hold in here. And we'll request open borders. Wonderful. It's always so scary that they'll reject it, and then it spirals all your relationship out of control. How are we doing back here, by the way? So we've completed the granary. And we've got the monument here. I think we should have put the monument on this tile technically, but it's not a big deal. And in 3 turns, we're going to be able to start building hanging gardens. Now, where do we build our hanging gardens? We want it in a place, so I think probably here, where it's going to be getting bonus adjacencies for the resources that are around it. Because here, I mean, technically, you could build the hanging gardens right there. Maybe that's the play, because it needs to be adjacent to a river, if I remember correctly. So, must be placed adjacent to a river. So, that's a river right there. So, we could build it here. And then that way it gets an adjacency on that. That's what we want to do. Yeah, so that's going to be our hanging gardens tile. So that gives us 3 turns. So let's go ahead. We'll grab the beret and we'll stick it on this tile. Why not? And so far, we've got... I'm glad that we thought that through. Because that could have been a mistake, putting something down on that tile. And I tell you what, when you've only got the one city, you absolutely zoom through these early turns. Okay, there's our next city-state, or rather our first city-state. So... we've only met the one scientific city-state so far. There's a lot more city-states that come through. So science building receiving 1 science for every city-state you're a suzerain of is normally what I would take. And this is great if you've got 5 cities. Because 5 cities times 5 science buildings means 5 times the bonus. But we've only got 1 city. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to take this. So instead, what I'm going to do is say either we want to go for step pyramid for +2 production. That's going to be on anything that's got a natural happiness yield. So 1 here, 2 here. We can't build it there. 3 here, 4 here, 5. There's not a lot that we can really build. Okay? Or you could just take pilgrimage. And I think that's the play. We take pilgrimage. We just look to try and soothe everybody. I'm hoping that when this happens, it's not going to give us irrigation. So I'm kind of tempted right now just to roll that over so that next turn, or for the next turn, so that we don't get the short straw. Just because... I'm not sure if there are protections in place to actually stop that from happening. So now that we've got irrigation, when we do this, it's probably just going to give us sailing anyway. So let's put sailing in the queue. We'll take pilgrimage. So there's sailing. So no real surprise there. I think it would have always given us sailing anyway. And so that means that now from here, I think we want to go into... we could go into writing for extra science, which is obviously going to be nice. Masonry for the extra production. How much production are we at? We're at 23. You know what? We want to go for the production because we're going to be building the hanging gardens. So let's go ahead and drop the hanging gardens down on that tile. So 11 turns. So it's going to be finished on turn 48. So hopefully we're going to be able to get that. We've got a scientific point. So let's go ahead and drop that down. And we want to try and... I think we want to try and take the highest production tile that's available. So this one right here is probably our best bet. You could also look to try and take one with the natural happiness, but I think just prioritizing this, it's rough plains, but we can always build another world wonder on that and get that citizen out. So it's not a huge problem. +1 production on the library or 25 science. I think we'll take the production on the library. So that is quite nice for us as well. And oh, we shouldn't have done that. We should have moved away from this. I didn't even realize. Let's get down here. So many city-states. So it's lovely. It's wonderful. It's exactly what you want. So let's move back up to the north. And hopefully this guy's still alive. He is, fortunately. We can come and grab that next turn. Okay, so we've got quite a bit of gold in the bank. So what are we going to start doing with this gold? Well, we can look to purchase things. So we can purchase the garden. So if we were going to drop the garden, I think we'd want to do it on this tile. I think that was the plan. We do the garden market here. But it's also suggesting there are other places for it. We could also look to drop the altar. So the only reason I'm hesitant, actually, the sooner we drop the altar, the better. Let's just drop it. Drop it like it's hot. We wanted this tile, didn't we? My only fear right now is that we don't get hanging gardens, and that means that we don't have a connection out here to the library. That's my only fear. So we do need to be aware of that if it happens, it's going to be a sad state of affairs for us. But it's a nice little way that we can use it. And oh, we got Machapuchari. I think that's how you pronounce that. So a nice little natural wonder out there. And oh, I just realized we need to come back down over here and grab that. Thank you very much. We can grab... We will purchase the excess 100%. We're not using our gold today, so we will absolutely take that. And we've also got a little bit of culture now as well. And now we are definitely going to be taking the food because we're building a wonder and we don't get a bonus from that. So here, we'll go ahead and we'll just grab the extra gold for the moment. And we can look at moving into another production tile. We could also go into the llamas. I don't think we've got the space for llamas. Yeah, so this is the thing with llamas. It's like it's not a very good resource, so it's not even really worth going into in that sense. So other than that, where else do we go? We could go in for something like the tropicals. I think we probably want to try and take as many tropical mines as we possibly can, just because we are going to be getting excuse me, we're going to get Mundo Perdido. 200 gold, 1,000, or 100 culture. I think we want to take... Oh, that the gold is a lot. But what... Yeah, I think we want to be buying our buildings and then building world wonders. I think that's how we're going to play that. We'll always take the influence here. And where do we go? So we could go for this one. It's a little bit exposed and we know that there's kind of war going up over here. Or we could go for something a little bit safe. So here's Kythnus and Savash. This is already being befriended, so we're not going to be able to take that. So I think we just take this position here in the center. Though it would be nice to befriend them because they are kind of on our borders, but we just don't know what's happening to them. In the sense that, like, there could be bad stuff happening to them. So we just need to be aware of that. And we don't want to lose all that influence. Oh, my lord, dude. So many militaristic city-states here. We haven't even run into a single eco-city-state, which isn't a big deal. I don't mind it, just simply because... you don't need it. Like, I mean, the Lapis Lazuli would be nice. It's an extra 4 production. So, you know what? We'll do it. We'll do it next time. +1 gold from specialists. We'll be picking that up when it becomes relevant. But it's not relevant at the moment. And we'll go down for Mundo Perdido. So we'll do Mundo Perdido after this, I think. And then we'll go into Sanchi Stupa. Or not Sanchi Stupa. Rather, we'll be going into... Are they at war? No way. Wow, is that war with Charlemagne? There you go. Okay. Not Sanchi Stupa. Rather, we'll be going into Angkor Wat. So that's going to be our opening 3 wonders. So far, so good. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of units in there. I think let's just go down. We'll come down and explore here. Typically, you're going to find a lot more of those city-states in the south. We've got 2 turns until our world wonder. Oh, we're probably going to lose that. We should have healed up. Don't kill us. Don't kill us. Oh, unfortunate. Train a new scout or science? I think we'll take the science. That's masonry. Extra 2 production. Okay, this is it. This is the last turn that we could lose this world wonder on. So we'll move into writing now. And then after that, we can go up into currency. Okay, here we go. The moment of truth, turn 45. Yes. Oh, my lord. Okay, so can we get a little bit of a growth counter, please? Can I get a growth count up? So we have 10% from our altar, 20% coming through from our, or 10% coming through from Hanging Gardens. So now we've got a total of 20%. We've also got 25% from our natural growth, so you're up to 45%. We will be now taking an expansionist point and coming down to this one eventually. That'll take us up to 50%. So we are very, very excited. I tell you what, this is shaping up to be a good game, Mike. I'm very impressed that we managed to grab the things that we got, dude. Okay, so Angkor Wat is now in. Oh, Mundo Perdido next turn. Okay, Mundo Perdido next turn. Don't worry. Why are there so many militaristic city-states? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there no militaristics on city-states on the other continent? Maybe that's how it worked. Fishing key. If we build it on that tile, it's not on a river. Where would we want to build this to maximize the coastal bonuses on this tile? We can't get out there though. 1, 2, 3, and we can't get out there either. I mean, it's not like we're going to be working that anytime soon. So let's just go ahead. We'll do the fishing key on that little spot right there. And now we've got Mundo Perdido to go for. So that's going to be nice. Oh my lord, look at the yields on Mundo Perdido, dude. Wow. Okay. So where is Mundo Perdido going to be going down? We haven't really planned about that. There's an altar and a granary out here. So I think this tile here is going to pick up 4 adjacencies. This is Garden Market. library, or rather, yeah, library. So we could do... Is there a world... Okay, that's Alta. Mundo Perdido, somewhere... The place I'm thinking is right here on this rough tropical tile. I think we just do it. I think it just makes the most sense. Let's go ahead. We'll put the Mundo Perdido on this tile. It's painful to hit a tile, especially one that's got happiness, but at the end of the day, it's just, it makes the most sense. And we'll go ahead and keep grabbing these rough tropical tiles. We've got very fortunate rolls on the AI, by the way. Okay, so here we go. So now we could grab an extra social policy. No, we want this one. Receive a free Civic. How are we doing on Civics, by the way? This should give us, it's probably going to give us discipline, isn't it? Yeah. I mean, it's 8 turns of culture, though. That's the reality, right? Like, it's 8 times 23. It's like 169 culture. 169? That's probably not right. But it's a lot of culture. So we'll go ahead and we'll take that one. It gives us the Shawnee. So that is... Oh, we also get riding. Lovely. How far along were we in riding? I didn't actually check how far along we were. It might not have been that far. But definitely getting up there. +1 production on the monument. We'll absolutely take that. Also take the science. We always want to try and take the science. So now we can move into Code of Laws or Chakravarti. So Chakravarti is going to give us that 50% growth rate in the capital. So I think we definitely want to pick that up. So let's go ahead and grab that now. And this poor little scout has got to get on out. You can see we've just scouted out a whole bunch of this area down here. So Hattusa is going to be our next... Oh, never mind. Hattusa is not going to be our next target. We could have targeted it. No, we wouldn't have been able to get it. Even if we targeted it. Even if we tried to befriend it or to Suze it, it wouldn't have worked. We wouldn't have had the time. Okay. So where do we go from here? So this guy, you're just going to hold. You're just going to chill. Okay, that's good. We like settlements near us because what's going to happen is we're going to be able to trade with those settlements. So we want that. Let's keep working that down. No way. 6? You can't even get all the suzerain bonuses. Like, there's got to be something that's... Why does it always just spawn military? I don't know. It's just got a fascination with the militaristic city-states, I guess. How do we get out here? Over here, like that. Wonderful. So clean that out. We can probably even look to just do a bit of scouting with our units right now. There's nothing else that we're really going to be doing. Ally with Ashoka. Ashoka, are you fighting with anybody? He's not fighting with anybody. Ashoka, I don't mind the alliance. I will absolutely take the alliance. I didn't know you felt that way, but look, as a guy who doesn't have a whole lot of land, I can imagine that you probably enjoy my company, which is rare to say, because typically you and we do not get along. Wow, look at that army. My boy is hunting right now, dude. Damn, dude. We got 3 military power. We're quite strong. You're gonna denounce us? You're to our south. You got quite a bit going on down here. We're already befriending... What are we going to do with our influence right now? Like, we're going to befriend another militaristic city-state? Like, for what reason? We don't need it, right? Like, so I think we just say, sorry, you're not going to... Not today. Maybe another day you can denounce us. Lots of ranged units out on the map at the moment. Are these guys still at war? Let's double check. No, they're not. They've given it up. But yeah, I think... befriending, or not befriending, but allowing people to be friends with us is definitely an important component of going for a one city challenge, because we're not going to be able to be particularly competitive in many realms. It's very much a pacifist route that we are playing right now. Okay, this is great. This is exactly what we want to see, because we're going to be able to trade with all of these. So we're about to get Mundo Perdido through, turn 55, not a bad little timing, and a trader is about to come through as well for us. Lovely.
Is great.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, now we are talking about some yields. Now we are getting yields. Have a look at this. Oh my god, isn't that beautiful? That is so nice. 4 food, 2 science, 3 culture, 2 happiness on that bad boy right there. Look at this one. Oh my lord, dude. I love mangoes. Mangoes are so much fun. So let's go ahead and we'll take that. Look at that. Wait, why does it... Do you see how it's glowing? Why does it glow? I've never noticed that before. Am I just seeing this for the first time right now? Look at it. It's like, oh, wait. Is that because of the pins? Is the pins doing... There's no way the map tags are doing that. There's no way the map tax are doing that. If the map tax are doing that, this guy is cooking out of his brain, dude. No way, bro. Dude is absolutely cooking. Bro. What? You are on a whole nother level, man. Yo, dude, that is wild. What is that, dude? You can't be just casually dropping that on the people? Are you serious? That's so sick, dude. Oh, it's just like a subtle little reminder like, hey, by the way, this was the spot that you said. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That is so cool. That is so cool. Well done, man. I'm in awe. I am in awe, dude. Civ 7 is feeling so good. I was telling my wife a little bit earlier, you know, I was telling her like, I wasn't enjoying Civ 7 last week. You know, it felt very stale. I didn't really want to make content for it, so I just didn't. But now I feel so good about it. Like, you know, an Age of Empires 4 patch has just dropped, and it's like all I can think about is Civ, dude. All I want to do is just play Civ. Like, just get me in, chief. Yeah, it's I'm addicted. Wow, this is kind of wild. Anyway, let's get back into it. I suspect that little guy's cancel that. I suspect this little guy's not going to be around for too long in here. Our library about to complete. So we're on 29 science at the moment. So this is going to boost us up. Now, keep in mind, we've got bonuses in other ways. Okay, I think we can probably afford to take this now because we're not befriending any more city-states, at least none that we've found so far. I mean, technically we could, but the main thing we want to find a scientific and a cultural city-state that we can befriend to get bigger bonuses on. So that's the main thing that we're looking for here. Nice little set that he's got right here. What other options do we go? I think we go Anchor Wat now. I mean, in 4 turns, we're going to have currency completed anyway. So Anchor Wat's not really mandatory. We don't need that. We could also go Great Stell, but it uses up a slot, and we don't need gold. So I'm hesitant to do that. We could go Bursa, but that's coastal, and we don't have any coastal options. So that's going to be another consideration. Do Sharakun. To be honest, it's very much, I'm hesitant about putting down World Wonders just because if you put them down, you're using up a slot for the rest of the game. So it can be something to be very, very careful about. So yeah, you have to be quite cautious in placement of them. So we'll go ahead. I think we'll put it down on this tile right here. That's our garden and our market. Dude, that's so sick. I can't believe he did that. That is so, so cool. And we will move. Where is our next tile that we take? I'm looking out here. I'm thinking probably this is going to be it. Like, what's the alternative out here? But like you're trading a science for a food. Is that really worth it? Probably. I mean, this isn't a bad tile either. There's a lot of good tiles in here. We'll just take that one. It's pretty good. All right, we're trying to come through here. We're trying to scout out as much as we can. There is a potential volcano in the area, so we do need to be cautious. Ashoka, once again, hooking us up with the goods. And we could probably even look to start sending out agreements with other players. In fact, they're all pretty happy with us at the moment, which is quite nice. Let's send this guy a research collab for the moment. So we're up to 40 now. So far, so good. We are growing quite well. That's the other thing to note. So this is going to help us even more. And after this, we're going to be moving into the bath. The opening of the city garden attracts large crowds with its vivid beauty, but its lush, peaceful surroundings are disrupted by a horrific discovery, a body buried in one of the flower beds. The people in the government must work together to resolve such issues, or this is a job for the guards alone. I think we need to work together. So let's do Anchor Wat right now. So I think we'll just go ahead and put it on a... Can we put it on a tile that's not tropical? What's the specific requirements? Must be placed adjacent to a river. That very much limits us because there's nowhere that we can place it without hitting a tropical tile. We could have gone up here, but obviously, you know, we don't want to. Rough plains. Actually, that's a good point. We probably should look to get some more culture. Anyway, I think we want it on this tile right here. It's flat tropical. We'll throw it down. So that'll be ours in 9 turns. Though we'll probably get a couple more buildings before we actually complete it. Because it's not a high priority for us right now. Because with currency unlocked, that means that we can now get our specialist in. And so with that, I think we just want to continue moving into things like, is navigation going to be that important? Among Us Maui, it gives us fishing boats. I mean, it also gives us the cultural attribute point, which is going to be quite nice. That's another factor for us. Bronze working is going to be very good because it's going to give us a whole bunch of extra production. So maybe we go down that route as well. So let's go ahead. We'll do bronze working. I tell you what, you really notice when the AI are sending you agreements, dude. Oh, there we go. It's another one where it's like, it's a static bonus though. Yeah, you really notice it when the AI are sending you those agreements in the early stages of the game. It's so noticeable because you've just got so much more influence. 100 happiness towards the celebration. Lovely. Let's see what else we can find. Any more city-states out here? We're mainly in search for city-states. Do we befriend Tyre? I mean, it's an extra 4 production. It's going to come through quite late, though. That's the other thing to note. I guess what else are we doing with our influence, though? Let's see if we can go through them. And we'll try and come up around these guys. There's probably going to be coastal defenders, so we need to be cautious of that. But we'll keep an eye out for it. Okay, let's just befriend them. What's the bet there's going to be like a cultural city-state that's right here? It literally... Oh, we can't... I thought we could go through them. I guess we can't. And we'll hold with the warrior. Lovely. Let's get you fortified. This guy up here. We're doing some exploring with our general. Even if we lose him, it's okay. It's not a huge deal. Oh, by the way, we totally forgot to get these in. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take the extra production towards buildings. Can I take that back now? I want to take that back. I don't think we can. Okay, so we get our first specialist through. This is going to be our primary target. This one we know is going to be very good. So we'll do that. That is a decent-sized specialist right there. And we want to get our market and our bath in. So we'll throw down... I think we wanted to put the bath here, but I think we can just justify putting it down over here instead. So let's go ahead. We'll put that down right now because the Angkor Wat, once again, it's not going to be doing anything for us. And then with regard to our market, this is a +8 market. That is ridiculous, dude. Why is it so high? Oh, because it's got the specialist inside. Okay, in my mind, I was a bit confused. Specialist. It's not really that high. The specialist makes it look a lot higher than what it actually is. And more specialists are now coming through, so we want to try and take advantage of adjacencies wherever we can. So we could go on the monument for a little bit of extra, but I think maybe... I mean, the garden's not going to give us a whole bunch of adjacency bonuses. Do we even really need or to want to take specialists? Like, this is a good specialist, and we will add more specialists in as we go. But for the moment, I'm thinking maybe we just want to continue adding in more and more... let's take that. Let's take that. Let's get ourselves a bit of food, dude. I'm all about that. So we're going to have the bath in soon. That's also going to be giving us more growth. Don't do it. Oh, 64 health. How dare you? He could have taken us out. He didn't. There's another one. There's another one. Don't tell me it's a militaristic city-state. Don't tell me there's another one up there. Could you imagine if there is? Don't. Okay, good. There's definitely more in here. Dude, look at the amount. Okay, that's a dead scout. That's all right. There is 100%. Nice little settlement that's down over here. So we want to scout this out. I know he's in here. I'm coming for you. Support Ashoka. Stay neutral. We're going to stay neutral here every single time. Sorry, Ashoka. This scout somehow stayed alive. We know this is not going to work. I think we just move back. We want to try and keep the scout alive. World Wonders have also been completed. I didn't get to see what they were. It'd be cool if it popped up with their icon instead of like that thing. Expansionist point or economic point. We're going to take expansionist point. We want to get as many as we possibly can. So we're going to grab 5% growth rate. So that's now pushed us up from 10% on the altar, 20% the bath, 30%. What was our 30%? We had a 30%, right, guys? I don't remember. We've got a lot, though. Actually, can we do a quick calculation and see where we're actually at? Now that I think about it. What are we working for with regard to our culture? Let's go Code of Laws so we can get the trader. Okay, now we can think about it. Okay, so 10% from Hanging Gardens, 20% from the altar, 30% from the bath, 35% from our expansionist. So that's 35%. And then Confucius, 35% up to 50, 60% for growth rate in cities. So we're at 60% growth rate right now. And then Chakravarti, which is the Khmer bonus, takes that and pushes that to 110% now in the capital. So we're at 110% growth. Is there any way we can get more growth? Yes, there is. Specialists. How many specialists do we have? We have one specialist here. Does it say? Yeah, specialist 1 out of 1. And I don't think we've got... So we still want to get more specialists in, but at the same time, we we don't want to rush it ahead of time. Like, we want to take our time with it. And there's our next option. So there's our first specialist. So with this adding right now, you could go for more food or you could get more growth. So at the moment, it's taking us 381 to grow. And when we do this specialist, it should reduce that down. So where are we going to put this specialist in? I guess on this tile right here is probably, you know, the best spot for it. Because that will be a market as well soon. And what were we at? 384? So now we're at 373. So it's like a slight little reduction that we're getting at this point. Takum says offering us alliance. And he's not at war with anybody yet. So we'll take the alliance for now. But I'm pretty sure this is... There it is. There's a city-state. I think it's militaristic. I think it's a hostile militaristic city-state. And someone's befriending it. I think that's what it is. I mean, it's definitely someone's befriending it. That's for sure. Because there's no other way for it to have its borders growing. Either that or there's two of them up here. And I wouldn't be... Oh my god. General's gonna die. He gets slammed from here and attacked from this guy. He's dead no matter what. He comes this way and maybe he squeaks out this way. Let's try it. We'll see what we can get. Okay, we got another one. Hill Fort, we're gonna take it and grab ourselves a little bit more production. 1, 2. Oh, we got the riding mastery. A little bit of a mistake by me not to have... pick those up earlier. Now, can we just purchase some hill forts? We can purchase them, or we can purchase a barracks. So we'll go ahead, we'll purchase the barracks, and we'll purchase some hill forts. Now, we're going to be putting them down here, just because we're going to be keeping these hill forts. Whereas this one is going to be ejected very soon, because it's tropical, and we're not interested in keeping it. We could definitely go for the Gate of All Nations. Arguably, you'd want to even go for the Gate of All Nations right now, and we want to save this plains tile. These plains tiles need to be saved. Just because there's something that we could put down here. Like, we could put Sanchi Stupa on those as an example. So where do we put Gate of All Nations? I think we go on this tile right here. It's got the beret on it, so it looks a lot worse. It is rainforest. It's vegetated. That's a really good tile. We can always just move the beret out further. That's not a huge deal. And we want to put this on the second ring, like around here. So that works. Where else do we put this, though? I think we do it. I think we just go Gate of All Nations and we just chuck it on that tile. And we put it up right now. And the citizen... Where does the citizen go? Probably even onto the llama. The thing is with the llama, like we built the market. Never mind. Never mind. Ignore me. We built the market. We could go navigation. We could go engineering. I think we probably want to go engineering just for the amphitheater. Get that extra culture starting to roll in. And let's go and heal you up. It's going to take some time. How do we go up over here? We haven't been attacked just yet. What is that sound? What was that sound? Age of Hero? Oh, Hittite was defeated. I think that's what it is. Tecumseh, you may start an additional trade route. Ashoka, sorry, my friend. He's gonna get mad at us. I've played games before where I've been in alliances with people. They've gone to war. I've broken the alliance. They've continued to request an alliance, and it's gotten to the point where they got mad at me and like they declared war on me in the end. Oh gosh. Okay, great general, still alive, still living life. Let's see if we can sneak down here. We're still looking for those city-states. Even if he goes down, I'm not too fast. Yeah, I'm really not fast because he will respawn. It's not like we lose him forever. We got this guy out here. We're definitely going to take that extra culture at this point. And we're happy little Vegemites. I think this one city challenge is going pretty well so far. What was that? Oh, that was our scout that went down over here. It was healing up. Yeah, he was over on this tile. We knew that he was going to go down eventually. Okay, so I think at this point we can probably look to grab more specialists. So we've got 2 specialists in so far. So we could go for this tile. Ideally, you don't want to put... Actually, that's probably the tile right there. On the city center. I mean, we're not going to be building up the city center too much. But... yeah, we'll do it. We'll do the city center. It was a bit hard to convince myself right there. I think we just want to try and hit that 5 specialist limit. So there's Gate of All Nations now online. And we've managed to... You can see just how quickly we're growing as well. And I just want to shout out the devs for this change. Like, it actually makes not just playing Civ 7, like... Or I should say it the other way. It makes not only, like, one city challenge viable and fun, but it actually just makes Civ 7 more fun, right? Like, it means that... we went for the llamas here because... Why not? Why wouldn't we go for the llamas here? Like, it's got some food on it, man. Like, get yourself some llamas. And it's just... It feels good, bro. It just feels good. Let's purchase a beret. So we're going to... I think we want to chuck it on this tile. We could... Yeah, we'll chuck it on there. And we can't purchase anything else in this turn, but I think we want to get some scout or some traders or merchants out. Let's do merchants rather than traders. And are there any more city-states? We know about this one up here. Tyre is about to come online. This is being befriended. How are you doing? Befriend, let's go. Hopefully we don't get denounced in the meanwhile. And a lot of stuff going on out here. Look at the amount of units that he's got up here. Bro, that is incredible. And that's Angkor Wat now complete. And with that, Code of Laws has also been completed. And a whole bunch of this land just got revealed. I knew it, dude. Look at that. I told you. Did I not say there's probably 2 city-states up here? And it's another militaristic. It's incredible. This is incredible, dude. The amount of militaristic city-states. Okay, so I think 5% gold for every city-state you're a suzerain of. Yeah, I think we just take the gemstones. It's only 4 production, but at the end of the day, it's not bad. And it's kind of late. Like it's kind of, yeah, we're getting pretty late here. So let's move these guys out. Gemstones now in. We've got our first merchant. Where are we going to send this bad boy? I think we really need to get, we should try and look to get our lighthouse in sooner rather than later. So we'll go up to Militos, plus 12 gold to Militos. 150 culture or the celebration. I think we take the celebration just because that's going to push us closer towards our next population. We can use that for a specialist. Do we go into Code of Laws 2 for Emil Bell? Grab the Diplo point? We could look to do that. Chakravarti 2, we don't need it. It's 3 codex slots in the palace so that we can technically get the 10th codex. I think, if anything, we probably just want to go Code of Laws 2. We could probably look to start stealing. And I think we're going to need to. Actually, how are we doing on yields if we have a look right now? These yields are a lot less competitive than the game that I played previously with Tubman. My god, she was a beast, dude. She was insane in that game. That was just a whole nother level of pain. So we're going to put the villa down on that tile. So we could look to befriend these guys. I mean, I wonder if there's any more over here. You can see, like, it kind of comes out. There probably isn't the case. We can probably bring this back. I think we've pretty much taken the majority, or explored the majority of this map right now. Wait, where is this guy? Hold on a minute. There is somebody missing who we haven't found yet, and he is, he's an ally. Hold on. It's interesting that you can't see your allies' land. I guess it's only in team games that you can see it. I'm just thinking out loud right now. How come they haven't changed that yet? Because they should. So let's go. We're rushing mathematics here. We just unlocked our amphitheater, so let's go and grab that as well. Amphitheater, that is the spot for it. It's saying over here that's not the right spot. This is the right. I mean, technically it's on a river. Oh my lord, they're on a river. It's tempting. It's tempting. We've also got an option for a blacksmith. I think this is the spot we're going to be taking for the blacksmith. And then that way we get a +2 adjacency here. Technically, we could also go out here for the blacksmith. It wouldn't be bad. So we need to consider that. Oracle as an option as well. There's a lot of strong contenders here. Incense. We're making 42 in the cap. Probably not a bad idea to get rid of, like, maybe rubies. Like, just get it out of here. And now that'll go from 42 to 46. Like, that's a decent bump right there in science. So we're quite happy to take that. And yeah, so far it feels really good just playing this one city challenge. I feel like we're actually doing a decent job of keeping up, at least on the yields. Obviously, from like the production perspective, it's going to be pretty low, pretty slow. I don't know what your deal is, my friend. Let's give you a little bit of a g'day. See how you're doing. So we can obviously go through his city. Beautiful little city that he's got out here. Unfortunately, he didn't build his market there. Instead opted for the actual city itself. So we've got amphitheater coming up now. So 52 production in this city is very, very good. Oh, bit of lag right here. I might have to do a restart as well. I tell you what, I really don't want to have to restart the game, but it actually fixes the issues that I've got. I think there's got to be a memory leak or something that's happening with Civ 7 at the moment, because the way that it is going, it is painful. So we can put in a second. Let's do a second one out here. That is a lovely looking tile right there. So we've got a total yield of 34 already. Absolutely lovely. And next turn, we're going to look to change up our policies. So let's go ahead and do that. So what do we do from here? Because we have been sleeping on our policies for a bit. So let's go and grab our culture. And we'll grab Cambumera, and we'll also grab Varna. That's looking a little bit healthier, and we'll grab Oratory as well. These should have been in a long time ago, so apologies for not doing it. Though I think that's definitely one of my complaints. I think I'm probably at the point now where I could start giving some suggestions to the devs on like what needs to be added or what I think should be added as like with regard to priority. Because there's definitely some things where it's like, you know, I think that we probably should be trying to steer the direction. We're going to put the blacksmith in here. Actually, do we put the blacksmith in there? I think that's a 6 right there. And we can just throw... That's also a 6. And it will become even higher. But that will give a bonus to the capital. But it's not really... It's not a genuine bonus. Let's throw it out here. What I mean is like... Sorry, let me focus. We'll take the culture. And we've also got another option for a specialist. I think we'll take this one. This one looks incredible. Yeah, what I mean, Resilia, is that there is quite a lot of things that would really help improve the quality of life. And I mean, I'm sure at the end of the day, like the devs listen to the community. They know what's up. Oh, what happened there? Oh, because we lost the friendship. So now we're stuck here in the middle. I mean, we could just ask for open borders. That's fine. That gives us quite a bit of open border time. But yeah, there's lots of little things that I think would be quite instrumental of, like, if they're brought online. So yeah, that's the angle I'm coming from. Let's take a look and see who can we send out an agreement to. Let's go out here and we'll do a research collab. So one of the interesting things to note is because you're not settling a lot of cities or a lot of towns, your enemies aren't getting upset. Now, to be fair, this map for some reason just had a lot of space. Like, I had a huge amount of space. I could have expanded all the way across over here. Like, even still right now, I can expand across over here. I could have expanded all the way down here. A lot of really easy expansions, but that's obviously going to upset the people around you. So something that you need to be aware of. So yeah, it's nice getting to play this. It's definitely a bit more of a relaxed game. We'll say that much. Do we dare? That's a granary, brickyard. No, that's literally 3. We'll throw it on that tile right there. We talked about it earlier. So that's going to give that specialist over now. And I think we want to put the specialist on this blacksmith because that's a +2 and it'll turn into a +3. Alternatively, we could come out here and take this one. So, technically right now we're at our growth peak. I don't think we're ever going to get more growth than what we have right now. So just to recap. So we're at 25% growth rate in cities from our leader bonus. On top of that, we have 5 specialists now. In fact, we've got 6 specialists. We've got 2 here. We've got 1 here. We've got 2 in the capital and 1 over here. So 6, but it caps at 5. So that's another 25%. So that's 50% bonus growth that we've got. And then we've got Chakravarti, which is the Kamai special bonus that comes through. So now we're at 100%, and that takes us to 110% growth, 120% growth with the altar and our pantheon, 130% growth with our bath, and 135% growth with our expansionist point. Now, that's also going to start increasing. Now, that's the most growth you can get, quote unquote. When I say growth, it's the specific mechanic, like the actual thing. So, like the growth rate. I think that's the highest that you can possibly get. I don't think it goes higher than that. Let's upgrade that guy. So, from a growth perspective, we have knocked it out of the park. We've also got 20% food coming through from oligarchy. At the moment, we've got a pretty decent capital here. And it looks like, yeah, culture is starting to boost up. But yeah, I don't know how... I don't think you can increase the growth any more than what we've increased it right now. I think that's it. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit too much lag here, so unfortunately I'm going to have to restart the game. So I'll save the game right here, and we'll jump back in. Give me a second here. Okay, so we are back heading into it, and our pins have now shown up. So let's toggle those off. You can see we can actually turn them off right now. Interestingly, the arena. Wait, what have we got on this tile? Bath Amphitheater. That's my bad. That should have been an arena. That's okay. Don't worry. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. So we need to still get the arena, but I think working towards mathematics at the moment. Oh, +1 settlement in all settlements, or +1 influence in all settlements, or 25 influence. Now, is the game going to go longer? I mean, we can use 25 influence now compared to like the tick of 1 that we're getting, because normally that's a very easy problem to solve. But yeah, this time This time we can solve that one pretty quickly. +1 influence per age on the palace, or +1 happiness. For the first time ever this late in the game, I'm like, you know what? That's actually pretty decent. Let's go for that. Let's take that one. We'll also grab the oracle as well. Now, where are we going to be putting the oracle down? That gives an adjacency to the altar. You could also technically put it here, and then that will give adjacencies to this, but we want to save that. Oh, by the way, we want to save that for... have we already picked up? No, we're about to pick it up. So we want to grab Sanchi Stupa, and we want to put it on that tile right there. So that's our next goal. We could probably look for traders as well, but I think just... The trouble is, okay, if we build the oracle, how are we doing? We're at 5 out of 7 here. We don't want to run out of space, right? Like, we've already got... When it comes to our 1 city challenge, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles that are water that we won't be able to use. 7, 8, 9 that are also being used by mountains. So it doesn't leave a whole lot of tiles left to do things, because then you've got, you know, other resources and all that kind of stuff. So we do need to be cautious about it. But at the end of the day, we can always go high on specialists. So you know what? Let's just go ahead. Let's cram in as many as we possibly can in here. Where are we going to put it, though? I guess we just chuck it right here and then just eventually look to try and grab some adjacency for it. All right, Army Commander's back. Welcome back, my guy. Good to see you here. And up towards here, we're still scouting it out. I think we've found pretty much every city-state. How many militaristic city-states were there? 1. I think there's 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. That's insane. That is insane, dude. That is a crazy amount of militaristic city-states. Why, though? Why do you need that many? And the worst part is they're all hostile, so they're just out and attacking. Maybe that's part of the reason why. Okay, so next growth event. This is the other thing. We're growing like madmen right now. This is so good. But I mean, that's how it should be, right? Like, we shouldn't be limited. It should... Look at this. 11 turns, dude. This is wonderful. 7 specialists in our city. This is exactly how a 1 city challenge should be. It feels so good, man. It feels so good being able to do this. Because I tell you what, it was heartbreaking when they changed growth. Because, you know, they came in and I remember when the patch, when they did it, and they said, you know, we've fixed growth so that you can no longer go into the negative growth. But what they didn't say is they completely changed the formula for growth and just ruined it for everybody. They ruined it for everybody. Okay, we got ourselves... There's a 9-3 over here. Oh, there's no specialist in there. Where's the 9-3 coming from? We'll take this one right here. I'm curious how those two numbers come out to be the same, but anyway. Yeah, I remember reading it, and then when I went in, because I'd done a video on it like the week before, and then people were commenting on the video saying, oh, this got patched. And I was like, what are you talking about? It got patched. And then I went in and checked, and yep, it got patched. Or we could go Nalanda as well. Actually, Nalanda's not a bad play. Already built by another player. I love that it tells you that it's already built by another player. Turn 90. I mean, it's turn 97, right? Like, it's going to be built by another player. That makes sense. Where do we go from here? I think we go Sanchi Stupa. Probably makes the most sense. And then we can come into Colosseum. Terracotta Army, already built by another player. That's so cool. Already built by another player. Have these guys been popping off? Hold on. Can we have a look? Explained to... Okay, you know what? There's one leader on the other side of the world. See, this is what I'm saying, right? You've got 5, 7, 8 world wonders that have been built. Okay, but you've got all of those that are built by another player, built by another player, built by another player. It's like you've got like who is it? Hatshepsut on the other side of the world, who's just literally got 8 cities and he's just spamming world wonders, dude. She is going ham over there, and it can be hard, right? Because at the end of the day, if you come in with random leaders, which I always do, it means that, you know, there are going to be games where you can just snag like 14 world wonders, and there's going to be games where you only get 4 of them because there's an uncontested leader on the other side of the world who is just literally stealing every single world wonder. Oh man, it's one of those little things that you don't really realize, but it can absolutely make a huge difference. Okay, so we're getting towards the pointy end of this stick. We're at turn 100, and we're about to complete our academy. Honestly, that's a pretty good academy timing, honestly. I'm not too fussed about that. That's good. 86. We're still keeping up with pretty much everybody at this point. With everything except for settlements. Even the military numbers are kind of low here. Is it just me? It feels like the military numbers are a little bit low. Pyramid of the Sun? In this economy? I know that we were going to do Sanchi Stupa, but we're not even going for it. Wait, why are we going for literacy? We wanted to go for Sanchi Stupa. Where are we going to put Sanchi Stupa if we don't... We can't get Sanchi Stupa if we do Pyramid of the Sun right there. All right. There it is. Oh, we got a Spearman. Lovely. 150 science. We'll take it. Where's our next production? I think we just want to make sure that we grab allying ourselves with Ashoka. Ashoka, we're just going to double check and make sure you're not at war. You are with Charlemagne. That would be really bad. So, sorry, we're not going to do it. Wait, we got a Spearman, but where is the Spearman? We already... Oh, he's over here. He's hanging out on the barracks. Cool. You can hold position there, my friend. Okay, so now we've managed to get the majority of relevant things over here. I think we can probably go for navigation. Among Us Maui hasn't been taken yet, so maybe we look to try and grab that as well. I don't actually know... I don't think we've got a place for it to go down. Yeah, there's nowhere that we can put it. We could build the lighthouse, though. Lighthouse isn't terrible. Gives us a little bit of extra gold, but... I mean, what are we going to do with gold? We're sitting on a whole bunch of it right now and not really using it. I think we might ask for open borders here. Doesn't really change much. In fact, let's ask for a research collaboration. Maybe we can get some trade going out. Oh, we got crises. I completely forgot about this. Okay, what have we got? Oh, God. +2 science on science buildings in infected settlements, but -4 gold on science buildings. Or +5 happiness on altars in infected settlements. Yeah, we'll take that one. Thank you. It's this one. It's the sickness. It's the plague. We're at 70%. This is not too bad. 70% at turn 105. This is definitely a slower lobby than the last one I played. Did we? I thought we asked for open borders. Let's ask for open borders. We just want to find all your cities. Can we not get open borders? Wait, did he reject my open borders? He must have rejected my open borders. Rejected endeavor. Wow, he rejected my open borders. Okay, kind of weird, not gonna lie, bro. But all right, whatever floats your boat. We'll just. I'm tempted to delete this slinger, but we'll just leave him. We'll just chill him here for the moment. He'll be fine. I can't believe we're actually getting Temple of the Sun. It's kind of late, the Temple of the Sun, but there we go. We actually get it. I'm impressed. So we've managed to complete 7 world wonders with our 1 city challenge. That's pretty good. That's pretty damn good. I'm happy with that. You got to be happy with that. Okay, so we can pick up some extra adjacency bonuses here. So that'll be largely from the palace. Is there anything else? I think that's probably where you... Oh my God, have a look at that. Let's throw it down. Yeah, I think we'll go here. We'll want to try and give that bonus over to the palace. And we've just revealed all that territory that you wouldn't let us see anyways because we've befriended somebody. Who have we befriended? Let's go and have a look. Wait. Oh, you know what? The suzerain window doesn't pop up because all of the suzerain bonuses have been taken. On top of this, this doesn't count as a suzerain city-state for the purpose of your monuments or your libraries if you have that extra, like the +1 for libraries. I'm not even kidding you. That's what happens. Like it's funny because like for I did testing on it for Greece. If you're playing with the not the hoplites with the legions, is it Greece? I need to check. Hold on, sorry. Just give me a sec. Hoplite. Yeah, so with the legions, it counts as the bonus for them, but it doesn't count for anything else. And I think it also doesn't count for the unique quarter that you have as well. So it's kind of funny how it flips and flops on what works and what doesn't. All right, where are we going from here? Can we grab fish? I mean, technically we could slot things in, but we don't need to. I think we just keep working. Let's do that. We probably should have taken the fish. Be honest. We should have taken the fish. We don't have anywhere that we can put a bridge in. We've done pretty well so far in this. I don't know where we're going to end up fixing everything else, though. Let's go ahead and grab these. And I think now we want to go into entertainment. But even then... Oh, no. Oh, my God. Someone built Colosseum, dude. Wow. Okay. This lobby is absolutely cooking. I think we just go into Chakravarti 2 for the extra codex slots on the palace. That way we can actually get... Okay, so here we've got 15 turns until we grow. So we're actually quite far away from our next growth event. Let us hold position for this guy. What's going on here? Oh, he's sick. He's sick. I was wondering what was going on. We have to be careful of getting sick. We've only got the one city, so it's not going to be a huge deal if it happens. Gain 1 migrant when a city is infected, but 25% growth in cities? No, we can't do that. 2 food in towns, but minus 15 healing on all units. I think we'll take that one. Makes the most sense. So when it comes to the exploration age, I haven't thought too much about how we want to actually go about that. So I'm going to have to really just take a seat and really do some theory crafting, because I'm a bit confused about how we go into... Or not confused, I haven't researched enough. Let's just put it that way. And ideally, I'd like to know a bit more about our options. Because obviously, when it comes to antiquity, I feel like I'm quite competent with that. But when it comes to exploration, I think... I feel like I still need to... I still have a lot to learn. Let's just put it that way. It's probably the best way to say it. All right, so let's get some traders out. We could look to start improving our trade network as well. This is definitely something that we should have picked up a bit earlier. Apologies for not picking it up sooner. It definitely feels like we've made a lot less mistakes this game, though. Culture's starting to look decent. 99 culture. It's almost like we're playing as Carthage, now that I think about it. So we've picked up that. So realistically, where do we want to go down here? We could come... Yeah, see, they're already going to be built... Monk's Mound's, or even Monk's Mound's already been built. So it's probably Mississippi somewhere over the other. It's probably Xerxes, Mississippi on the other side of the map, just cleaning everything up. So we could go into coinage. Maybe coinage makes the most sense. So let's do that. I don't even know if we're really going to get to that point, though. We're just going to end up spamming a whole bunch of traders here. We've got plenty of influence, so let's go and do it. And we'll start with the furthest away, and then we'll work back in from that. So we've got a lot of merchants that we're going to need to get out here on the map. So once again, let's see if we can improve trade relations. Have you got anything for us down here? It doesn't look like it. Oh, we do have some down here. There's nothing out over on this side. So let's start. Once again, we'll start with the furthest away and then work our way up. We can grab a codex. Absolutely lovely. I don't know whether or not we need that codex, but we're going to go ahead and slot it. I wonder how long that codex wasn't sitting in the library. I forget that sometimes they don't slot. So we're at 3 at the moment. Now, we could do research queuing, but you can't do research, like, shift researching, if that makes sense. Let's do that. So I want to have, like, multiple researchers being queued at the same time. Oh, it's the other thing with trade is that, you can lose your merchants, can't you? That's so frustrating to the disease. It's the little things like that are annoying. Merchants should be immune. When was the last time you knew a merchant that got hit with disease? Come on. Come on. It's not going to happen. We should also make sure that we're improving our trade relations with both of these players, just so that we are not going to be... Oh, that's an interesting settlement right there, Sparta, but we'll absolutely take it. There's another beautiful one in here if you want to come and grab it, my friend. He's got a lot. We're at 90% right now. 5 happiness in infected settlements with the commander station, but minus 5 happiness in settlements with no altar. So we will take that. The other thing I want to do is, as we get closer to the 90% or 100% mark, I want to save it on each turn, just because I'm scared that it's going to force me to roll over. I don't know how many of you guys saw that the most recent game that I played, but it literally just just rolled the turnover. And yeah, there wasn't anything I could do about it, which is kind of sad. So... Yeah, at the end, we're kind of getting close here to crossing the threshold of, like, the 100 threshold. I think if we can pick up, like, some silk or some incense, then we can probably get it over. Shit. What did she just say? Shit. We'll take the food, absolutely. And that also gives us an extra population as well. Is there anything else in here that we want? I guess we'll just take the 2 gold in settlements. We'll grab another specialist, because that was our bonus right there. We could grab that. That's not bad. But I think we want to stack our specialists up, right? We've already got 7 specialists. Do we just take this? This is the last land. Maybe let's just take that. It's the last land tile. And we can also put a hill fort on that, actually. Let's go and do that right now. There we go. Now we're talking. So 3 hill forts. Wait, we can still get more hill forts? More hill forts. More hill forts. And more merchants. I'm starting to already see a bit of lag. How long have we been recording for? 15 minutes, and I'm already starting to see that lag coming in. God, that's sad. I hope that they hotfix that. Because that's something that like really should be hotfixed. Because that kind of lag is very detrimental. Detrimental to everybody. Hurts everybody. It's a sad thing. I'm curious about you guys and whether or not you're also getting those little lag spikes. They're not even lag spikes. It's like, it genuinely feels like it is a memory leak that is happening. We got tin. Hides. I mean, we don't really need production in here anymore. Incense. I didn't even realize. Wait, did we just pick up incense then? We surely just picked up incense right then, right? Yeah, it was over here, Militos. So it was very recent. So that's going to bump us to 93. We could also ask for a trade a deal. That puts us at 107. There we go. All right, we crossed the 100 threshold. Not terrible. Commodities will give us an extra +1 resource capacity as well. I don't know whether or not we've got any silk that we can trade to. We can have a look and see. That'll do us, though. We're at 99 now. One more specialist, and that is going to be it. We should be able to cross that mark. Indeed, we shall. So let's go ahead and slot that bad boy in. There we go. All right, the one city challenge is absolutely alive and well. Out of range. All of these ones are genuinely out of range. And this guy we need to improve relations with. Again, are you sure? Yep, apparently we did. They're all out of range though. So that gives us 4 settlements that we can go to. So this one here is about to be traded with. And then we'll come down to Sparta. So we always want to start with those ones that are furthest away. Oh, we're at 90%. Oh, God. No, not now. Whew, that was close. That was close. So we need to save the game right now just because if it rolls us over, I want to be able to come back and look at the game. So that's why we want to just keep saving it. Every turn. That was very close. How are we doing on pillaged? Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off so much. Oh, fuck off so much. I hate this so far off. Oh, my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got the 1 codex for free. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's correct. So we're not actually going to be able to get it. Even with this combo, I can't believe on literally like the last turn, they're going to do us like this. We're going to move you guys out. Otherwise, you guys are going to get slaughtered. I think we need to improve once again. Oh, not like this, dude. Not like this. That is disappointing. Because the thing is, we want to check the benchmarks at the end of the game. I mean, we don't really care that much. It's a 1 city challenge, right? But it's still one of those little things where it's like, you know, you don't want to have to. You don't want to have to do this. Hold on, let me just save the game once again. We'll just make sure that we don't get over it. Is it next turn? Is it this turn? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So this is it. This is the last turn right here. So let's leave you guys for the moment. And let's take a little bit of a look and see where we are. So this is it. So turn 129. So that's pretty deep with regard to like turn timing for Antiquity, especially on standard speed, because that's what we're playing on. In the end, Charlemagne was actually pretty annoyed with us. Settled too close to another leader's capital. I wonder who that was. Definitely wasn't us. Leader agenda is 0. Even though I felt like we had a lot of celebrations. In the end, I think we got quite a bit of population out of our mementos. Compared to the AIs, we actually did very well on our yields. There were some that were absolutely well and truly above us. So as an example, the science here was very good. The culture here was really good. But I think we did pretty well to keep up with it, considering the circumstances. You know, I'd love to play Kamai with the whole, like, growth strategy, but at the same time still getting expansions out. I wonder how it would play, because you do take the happiness hit in the other cities, but at the same time, it's still 100% a viable strategy, because it's, I mean, you just settle on fresh water, right? Like that's the only real way that you can do it. But yeah, I think in the end, how's our capital doing for production? 75 production is really, really good. Wait, can we repair all? We can't even repair all to see it, but like, yeah, here you can see we're losing science, we're losing our lighthouse, we're I hate this crisis, man. Like, what do? You just click next turn and just hope that it doesn't hit you. It's a sad state of affairs. Anyway, we will leave it there. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, this one more turn challenge. We're going to be taking this into the Age of Exploration as well. So make sure you tune in for that one. If you've enjoyed the video, leave a like. If you've got any questions, any criticism, any feedback, make sure you leave a comment. And of course, if you're looking forward to more Civ 7 content, then make sure you hit the subscribe button because there is always time for one more turn officially.